खुल के जीने के लिए है ये दुनिया, हर सुबह हर रात हो नया,
खुशियाँ सारी बांट ले
मिलके हर ख्वाब हम साथ में जी सके। Nova, Nova, Nova हौसले है बुलंद, नोवा खोले दरवाजे बने हैं जो बंद, नोवा के साथ उम्मीदों में भरने तुरंत। Renaissance Wellness, happy living, healthy living. Renaissance Wellness, happy living, healthy living.
मुश्किल फिर भी इरादों को ना तू बदल,
ख्वाब को लेकर आगे बढ़ते चल रहा ही हर पल, कामयाबी को चूमना है हमें, ये जहां है तेरे लिए।
Hello. Once again, I myself introduce myself. I am Professor Dr. Antiarthritic from India. I am the research head of Renaissance Wellness Private Limited. I have done my medical degrees. After that, I get into the research work, right? And I have right now having 5 patent already, which is applied, and there is about 55 journals, international journals, which is published throughout the world, like as Lancet, Elsevier, Spingers, like this way. Now, I'm just here to take my new discovery, which I have already published in IGM SCRR in .in. You can find it from this DPPR also, and you can available it online also. You can download it also from these links, which is actually upstairs. You can. So that the thing is that this is the exploring the therapeutic potentials of Renatus Nova, a comprehensive evaluations of anti-inflammatory, anti-arthritic, antioxidant, and antimicrobial activities. Right now, by the use of herbal supplements, there is a main problem when we going to make some herbal supplements. It's not work at the pinpoints, right? It's not work in the pinpoints. So to make it pinpoints by these herbal formulations, I can change little bit. So I introduce my nanotechnology along with polymer encapsulation with this Renatus Nova. Nova is a capsule which is invented by us from our company Renatus Wellness Private Limited, and the main scientist I myself. Under my guidance the research is going on. Now I just show you something. This is the introductions where the main problem has been elaborated, that it is a polyherbal formulations, has garnered significance attention for the purpose of health benefits, right? So it has been checked, right? Whenever we create some formulation, it's need a proven strategies, right? So we use that DPPH and ABTS assay with the pharmaceutical agents, to prove it why these particular formulations can deliver its therapeutic efficacy. Okay, so that's why this is the DOI number, https doi.org. This is the permanent DOI number you can get. Now, the formulation has been made from 17 herbs. Basically, it's an extract, nano extract formulation. We have created these capsules. From this nano capsulation, I would like to add it that I have already contaminated the volatile compounds also, which actually the main problem on the herbal formulation, because lots of polyphenolic compounds can obstruct the ultimate therapeutic response with this herbal formulation. So we used to capture it by nano encapsulation. Got it my points? Now, how it is measured, I would like to request you how it is measured. As per you know that anti-inflammatory activity, right? Whenever the Renatus nova has a substantial anti-inflammatory effects, attributed the synergetic action contributes the herbs. Basically, when it goes on our stomach, how it is works that I am going to say you. It directly inhibited the key of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which is mainly responsible. So, pro-inflammatory cytokines means it's a tumor necrosis factor, TNF alpha, IL-6, that means interleukin hormones, which is very much essential for the carcinoma generations, in the time of carcinoma, right? And nova has been demonstrated by inhibit the protein functions has been definitely derivating in this particular research works, what I am going to say. Now, anti-inflammatory means it's definitely its actions of the cytogenesis COX and enzymes which is responsible for the productions of the pro-inflammatory prostaglandins, right? So, what I mean to say, when we go for the anti-inflammatory management, we are using the steroids, we are using the NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. But what I am going to say, by the help of this Renatus nova, he has that therapeutic potential who can manage these situations as per what is NSAID or the steroid is going on, or the doing the same thing, right? So, how can it be measured? I will show you later. First of all, I need to show you the details. So, antioxidant activity. Antioxidant, you know, is a oxidative stress is a major contributor to the development of chronic disease, oxidation nowadays, right? So to reduce it, we use the antioxidant activity in Renatus nova, which I have already. Antioxidant activity has been found in our Renatus nova. We definitely check all the animal trials and human trials from the BIS labs, that means Bureau of International Standards, Bureau of Indian Standard, along with the GLP certifications, that means good laboratory practice. By this area, we here comes to know that this antioxidant capacity of this particular Renatus nova, I will show you the reports. But first of all, I just show you how the antioxidant activity has been generated by Renatus nova. The production of reactive oxygen species ROS and the body ability neutralize with the antioxidant. The ROS can damage the DNA also, protein and lipids also, so leading the cellular dysfunction and the disease progression is going on. So my antioxidant activity, which is in this Renatus nova, is to protect these things. right? Which is cellular oxidation. To repair the DNA, got it? And the proteins and lipids leading for the cellular dysfunctions. Now, I will say that the antibacterial activity also. Antibacterial activity, I would like to say, there is lots of, bacteria which is responsible for the immune disorders, like as Escherichia coli, which is very much intestine populated, responsible for the UTI infections. Xylella flexneri can cause the diarrhea also. It belongs to group of BX flexneri infections, usually be treated antibiotics, although since the strain has become resistant, because some strains always be there which is resistant at this particular bacteria. So in this bacteria, what are the Rhinitis nova is acting? That I am going to show you. What is my point? Okay. Now, Vibrio cholera. So cholera is an infection of the intestine caused by the Vibrio cholera also. And the Prolatus vulgaris, which is create wound infections, RTI, skin infections, sepsis, epidermitis, epididymosis, and meningitis also. So, and the Proteus microbilis bacteria also tested by this Rhinitis nova. UTI, which is very much responsible for the UTI urinary tract infections, and also the gastrointestinal tract infections. So basically, we used to treat this particular bacteria by the use of TMP and SMZ, that is sulfonex methoxyl compound, which is used by our medical practitioners to condemn these kinds of dangerous bacteria. But in this particular area, Rhinitis nova being a herbal formulations, how they are performing, I would like to say you these things. I would like to share that anti-inflammatory conditions, there should be, you can see anti-inflammatory activities there also, that NFKB, that means nuclear factor kappa B, a group of protein that control the cellular growth, cellular survival, and the body immune and inflammatory response. NFKP, the kappa, regulating the B cell, lymphoid tissues for the formulations, right? Now, this particular factor can create the cancer growth of the NFKB cell line, grows the ultrasensitives. So, to reduce it, because through this NFKB, the inflammatory disorder also can happen, like as asthma also, and the autoimmune disorder also. So, NFKB has been considered the prototypical pro-inflammatory signaling pathway, and it is activated pro-inflammatory cytokines such as IL-1 and TNF alpha. So, to reduce, how it is reduced by the Rhinitis nova, I will show you something. And the last point is that anti-arthritic activity. You know about the osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, these kinds of disease, for the disorder of in our body bones. So we have to, if we have to manage through the NSAID or DMARDs drugs, it will create a prolonged side effects, right? For the immune suppressions and a cardiovascular risk also, which you can be, if you can read this paper, here I am already mentioned the links also, where the research is going on this particular drug. Now, Rhinitis nova has been a promising anti-arthritic potential inhibiting the keys mediator the inflammations that are involved in the progressions of arthritis, research indicates the stabilization of the cells membrane can produce the crucial role in reducing HRBC. Now, lysosome membranes, what is the main problem is there? Lysosome membranes can protect the cell, controlling the passage of the materials through the digestive vascular systems, engulfing the cytotoxic materials also, engulfing the cytotoxic material, because cytotoxic materials are the plays a very key role in the field of toxic generations, right? So the transmitting metabolisms also and intracellular transport hydrosomes also. Now, and the acidifications also can be generated by the antiarthritic activity. Now, this part of these three things, what I am actually sharing with you, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antiarthritic, these kinds of, problem can be protected. I am not claiming the cure. It can be protected by a single formulation. That was our motto. My motto was that time. Do type these kinds of research which can have the single shot but having a multiple functions. And from this particular research, since the Renetus Nova has been found by us from the Renetus Wellness Private Limited, a prime product of the Renetus Wellness Private Limited. Now, how can I comes to conclude that whether this quality of this particular whatever I am talking anti-inflammatory? So I would like to present the graph, which is, you can see that it is the nutraceutical profiles of these particular products which having the contents as per the servings. And this is the herbs: Satavari, Safed Mushli, Moringa, Bilberry, Elderberry, Mangosteen, Sigiru, Bilberry, Ashwagandha, Satavari, like these of herbs. By the use of these herbs and the nano extracts, and definitely to correct the volatile compounds, we create Renetus Nova, which is very much useful. Now, I can say you, this is the anti-inflammatory activity. This is the reports, right? In the anti-inflammatory activity, whether we the medical practitioners are always given the ibuprofen and the prednisones, right? Now, this is the direct table which is I have already research work. That is side one, that's concentration, then the rate of inhibition, that means how it is inhibited in the cell line, and the rate of inhibitions with the hot water and cold water. And also I have taken the same thing with the ibuprofen and the prednisone also. Now you can find that the concentration from the 1000 mg is rate of inhibitions is 27.71 plus minus 0.72. Is it in cold water? That means 27%. And rate of inhibitions in hot water 27.65 plus minus 0.73. That means how it is inhibited in the cell line.